So the results of our latest barometer indicate a reversal of sentiment on the part of SMBs. Are local businesses actually becoming optimistic? We will find out in this minute.
Welcome to Corey's Local Marketing Minute, a quick dive into practical insights to help your marketing work harder for your business. Today's episode is brought to you by Local Scope.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Corey's Local Marketing Minute. You must understand by now, we are very generous with the word minute. Besides, time is relative. Neil deGrasse Tyson did a great piece on it. You should look it up. Today, my friends, we're here to talk about the latest Burrell Business Barometer. If you're not familiar, this is a series about 4 or 5 questions we ask every quarter, in the middle of the quarter. So February, March, April, May, June, July, August, you get the idea. Same set of questions about the past, present, and future that local businesses answer. So we can kind of gauge sentiment out there. These aren't the giant industries in America. These are mom and pop shops that are sitting on our own SMB panel. Incidentally, if you are a local business and want to become part of this panel, reach out to us. We'll hook you up. Anyway, I want to go over the barometer that we just did in February because there have been some shifts. Local businesses out there look like they're shifting their sentiment a little bit. There are 3 questions in particular I want to cover. One about the past, one about the present, and another one about the future. So you get a sense of what I'm talking about. What we do in this survey is we ask 4 questions. We ask feelings about the past, present, and future state of the economy as it pertains to a local business. Then we ask one about the future state of marketing for a local business. So in this episode, where we saw some interesting changes, we're in feelings about the economic situation in the past 6 months, feelings about the present economic situation, and some ideas of what they're going to do with their marketing in the future. Future being 6 months. So let's take a look at each of these and talk about what it could mean to you if you have a local business. Basically, what can you do with this data or this knowledge? So let's look backwards first. Let's start with this guy. Okay, so the first question, specifically, over the past 6 months, do you think it's gotten easier or harder to sustain a small or medium business in the US? Last quarter, or the last time we asked, which was November of 2025, looking back 6 months from here, has it gotten harder or easier? 2 out of 3 local businesses said, it's gotten harder when they look backwards from November of 25. Only 7% said, oh no, it's gotten easier. 2 out of 3 said harder. Oof. So what about now? Let's use a happy color. So in this latest survey, February of 2026, has it gotten harder or easier to sustain a small business? Well, 51% said it's gotten harder. 13% say it's gotten easier. Now, I realize this is still half saying it's gotten harder, but this kind of change in a mere 3 months is significant, going from 2/3 to a half. And here, the share nearly doubled. So this suggests that the pressure could be easing a bit. It suggests that the operational drag of the past year is lifting, and maybe that could provide a little bit more bandwidth to expand, market, grow, yada yada. What do local businesses think about right now? Okay, same type of deal. I'm going to show you the results from a mere 3 months ago. The question was, how would you, and remember, answer at home, how would you characterize the current economic situation in the U.S. for sustaining a small business? I'm going to show you the percentage who said excellent or good and the percentage that said poor in November. 15% of local businesses said excellent or good. Meanwhile, 31% said poor. Now, let's bring it to current times. And we'll start over here. What percentage of local businesses said, ooh, the economic conditions to sustain a small business are poor, is poor. Conditions are poor. 21%. Fell from 31% to 21% in 3 months. And what about this guy? 32%. The share more than doubled. 1 out of 3 local businesses saying it's either excellent or good right now. So that's really positive sentiment regarding the current economic condition. In fact, no one's ever seen a jump like this. Many people are talking about it. Just doesn't have the same effect when I do it. Anyway, because this is Corey's Local Marketing Minute, let's talk about it. What does this mean about the future of marketing, and future being the next 6 months, for local businesses? I will show you. Okay, over the next 6 months, my business will spend more or less on advertising and marketing than it did over the past 6 months. November of 25, 13% of local businesses said they were going to spend more in the next 6 months than they did the previous 6 months. Meanwhile, 27% said, I'm going to spend less. Now, in February of 26, 16% said, I'm going to spend more in the next 6 months, while 17% said they're going to spend less. So quite a drop here, and a little bit of an increase here. I know that seems small, but we have to go back to August of 2024 to find a number that's slightly higher than that. And if you think it has something to do with year-over-year cycles, even if I put, well, hold on, February of 2025, so year over year, 14% said they're going to spend more, 22% said they're going to spend less. So you can see a slight shift. Granted, the economic conditions have to stabilize and improve before we see a significant amount of marketing dollars flow after it. Case could be made, and has been made, to maintain marketing spend during downtimes, and a lot of local businesses do. But what we're seeing here, the idea to market more following a more optimistic sentiment about the local economic outlook. So if you're a local business, you're still in a wait and see mode. Be aware more of your peers are moving to a spend more and at least spend the same strategy. You can do with that what you want. Now, let's keep in mind when this survey was done. It was done in the middle of February. So anything that happened after the middle of February wouldn't be included in these sentiments. So it's going to make our May survey very interesting. Because in May of 2025, we had the largest percentage of local businesses saying the economic conditions are poor than we've had in the past, 4 years? 36%. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens to these numbers come May. There's a chance we can see more numbers that no one's ever seen before. Many people tell me, grown men come up crying when I tell them these numbers, this isn't working.